Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. All right, going to my community page here, looking for questions people posted up. A couple of questions came up regarding Jack Smith and his January 6th reports. Flipping cards all over the place here. And what will Merrick Garland do with Jack Smith's investigation reports? Will he release them? And if he does release them, will they be redacted? Now, obviously, he released quite a bit of information for Judge Chutkan for her to consider in that trial, but then that trial basically is going to be shelved. Assuming that the timeline we're on, where Donald Trump becomes sworn as President of the United States, stays on that timeline. We are now on December 2nd. Time's running out. I will say that Biden pardoning his son yesterday, the vibe I get from that is the Republicans broke Joe Biden. What do I mean by that? Joe Biden's been in politics for 30 or 40 years, and he's been in the Senate, and he knows how the Senate works, and you're a deliberative body. You give a little, you get a little, and so on and so forth. He knows how the game is played. The Republican House of Representatives investigated him for 2 years, trying to find dirt on him to impeach him on. They couldn't do it. If they did, they would have. They couldn't find anything. I think it was Jamie Raskin kept calling out Comer, saying, well, come on, let's just have a vote now. You say you got the evidence, let's just vote on it. No, show it to everybody. You won't do it because there's nothing there. And then, the whole Hunter Biden thing was just a political cudgel that Trump started in 2019, and they've been beating up Joe Biden with it ever since. A man who's lost his a wife and a daughter, I believe, at a very young age. The daughter's young age. The wife a long time ago, and then lost one of his sons who was in the military, in Bo. That leaves him with Hunter, who's struggled, but seems to be coming out of those struggles. And then, you put that that man through a bunch of things for political reasons only. Joe Biden, the man who would work with you, who would negotiate with you, who would compromise with you, got broken to the point where he lost faith in government, which is why he pardoned his son. He pardoned his son because his son never should have been in that situation in the first place. And he realized that the Republicans aren't playing by the same set of rules that Joe Biden himself has played by for decades. They broke him. They made him realize that today's Republican Party is not the people that he's worked with the last 30 plus years. And you've angered him. Those are the components that you need Joe Biden to have if he's going to turn into Dark Brandon and challenge this election. They've set him up to do this. Will he walk through the door? That's a different reading. This one's on Jack Smith. Jack Smith has completed his investigation. There's even rumors that Biden might pardon Jack Smith. I don't know why he would need to do that, but that would protect Jack Smith from weaponization of the Justice Department. Projection again. Let's take a look at Jack Smith's reports. Just an overall energy on Jack Smith's reports, and will they be made public? Okay, this will be for entertainment purposes only. Foundation of the reading is the Five of Cups. I don't believe that Jack Smith's reports didn't find anything. This would be a great card for Comer's investigation into Biden. This is going to be, I've done all this work, and none of it's going to come to fruition because politics came into play. It's not all lost, but, some of it may be lost and unrecoverable. Crossed with the Four of Cups. This is not what he would have wanted. Not, forget the fact that he's a prosecutor. Ken Starr, he's the special prosecutor for this. It's that the American people deserve to get this information, and it's being blocked. Underneath it all is, he did what he was supposed to on his life path. He did what he was supposed to do. He's shown people what you're supposed to do when you're conducting an investigation into the former president of the United States for his corrupt actions. He kept his mouth shut. This was a case where there were no leaks. I think the press still marvels at this. Contemplative. He looked into a lot of things and put together what was going to be a great case that will maybe never see the light of day. Current situation at the judgment. Now this case is going to get buried because of the Supreme Court. Merrick Garland not appointing Jack Smith sooner. The Justice Department may be in array, and that was in disarray after Merrick Garland took it over from the Trumpers that were in there. The Supreme Court giving Trump all sorts of power and delaying the court cases even more, to maybe the American people not even getting justice in this. But this too shall pass. Things will move forward. Things are blocked for now, for the next 2 to 4 years. The lesson to be learned is the sword of truth and justice. He did the work. That doesn't mean it was wasted time. The truth is there. The truth is in that report. It's just, will it be revealed? Again, not anytime soon, because of just the way people can't look at Donald Trump normally. The cult of Trump wins this round. And it's funny, it's those cult members that need to see that report more than anybody else. I don't know, let's be real, that won't get them out of the cult. But maybe for some folks who aren't knee deep or hip deep in the cult, maybe seeing that would cause them to turn away from the cult. All right. Will Jack Smith's report be released? Will it be released in a redacted? How will it be released? Maybe I'll ask that. How will Jack Smith's report be released? Will it be redacted? Will it be released at all? And if so, is it going to be redacted? I'm going to do a 7-carder and then try my best on that one. Well, time will tell. To me, it's yes, it will be released eventually. Again, it might be 2 years, it might be 4 years from now, but it will be released eventually. Cross the Knight of Pentacles. It's a matter of when people are ready to see it and when the environment's right for people to have this delivered to them. Underneath it all, it's all about timing. It's all about timing. I don't think this is going to be buried and destroyed. It's going to be a question of timing and when people can handle it, which is part of the timing. In the past, yet the decision's going to have to be made on this. So I might say justice is blind, but we're at a crossroads in the past as to when to release this. The current situation would be the government on the release. Right now, the current government is going to make the decision that it's not going to be released. Absolutely not. You think Trump's going to want anybody to see what's in that report? Hell no. And probably if J.D. Vance were to take over the presidency, he's not going to release it either. He doesn't strike me as being I've watched him be all sly and shifty and lie. He's not going to release either. You're going to have to wait till you have a Democrat in charge again before that report gets released. So be patient. Timing's not right. If Trump gets in, the timing won't be right. You got to wait for the right timing. This is all about timing. The lesson to be learned is the Page of Cups in some ways, because the people that need to hear it most, the cult members, aren't ready yet. You've got to do it when they're ready to hear it, so that it has the most impact on it. It could have impacted the election, but you have to get people out of the cult. And until then, it's going to be held hostage. You've got to get, basically, you got to get the Democrats in charge. And then once the Democrats are in charge, they have to look and figure out the timing on releasing that report. One of the things that doomed the Mueller report was that William Barr basically tried to summarize it in 4 pages when he hadn't read the report, and basically said there was nothing here. And that's all right-wing media needed to tell their listeners. Nothing in the Mueller report. Trump's out there saying, I'm totally exonerated. And those knuckle-dragging, room temperature IQ, mouth-breathing chuds, that's all they needed to hear, because they don't challenge anything. Not a critical thinking brain cell to share amongst the lot of them. And so what would have shown Russian interference in the election and Trump's campaign to coordinate with that Russian interference is largely ignored by many people. And we still haven't seen the full unredacted version of that report. Love to have that. I've got the redacted version in my bookcase downstairs. And I only read the first part of it. I only read the Russian interference part, and I was livid. I couldn't even get to the Trump coordinating with it. That would have probably given me a heart attack. Just out of so much anger. Okay. Jack Smith going forward. What's going to happen with Jack Smith going forward? Just a little for Carter. What's up with him going after this? He might go back to the world court. It's funny, one of the other things is appoint him as a judge. Give him a federal judgeship or something along those lines. I think he's going to be okay. Jack Smith's going to be okay. We got the Emperor card, Judgment. He's going to go on to new projects. He's going to do new things. Still working in the legal system. I don't. Will he be in the Department of Justice? Yeah, maybe not. He might go back to the World Court. He could be offered a judgeship too. He's going to be working on things still. He's not going away. We may not see him, but I don't think he's going away. The Republicans won't nominate him for everything. They're going to go after him, but there's nothing to do with this guy. Good luck. Just like they tried to find stuff wrong with Biden with the impeachment, good luck trying to impeach this guy. They're not going to find anything. He'll be all right on the short term. I guess we'll be all right on the short term too. It just doesn't feel that way. But let's see what Dark Brandon has in store for us. He's got a couple of weeks or less to get going if he's going to do something about this. We'll see what happens. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. This reading is for entertainment purposes only, but I hope you found it insightful, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.